Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We're a nonprofit that gets kids excited about math and science. We're taking a look at our Power Wheels, I don't even know what to call it, our Power Wheels project. It's not an RC, it's not a real car, so to speak, but it shares elements from both. You can see there are the two RC spec 550 motors. The Power Wheels uses them directly geared they're directly attached to gearboxes. We picked up this on the side of the curb for free. One of the gearboxes was broken. Ended up diagnosing it with my cousin, who is an F1 drivetrain engineer, mechanical engineer. Couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, and we assembled it. Couldn't get it to work. Anyways, I reassembled it a couple days later. You guys can check out the video and the playlist that we'll include in the comments or in the video description. But it was pretty weird. Just assembled it another day later, and then it worked. Of course, the batteries on these goes bad pretty quickly, and rather than spend money on another lead acid battery, we went ahead and kind of jerry-rigged this. You can see the masking tape just to keep electricity from conducting there, but these are just banana plug connectors that allow us to hook up this. So these are standard RC charging leads that use 4mm banana plug type connectors. We had actually, where is that? We had thought we lost, or we couldn't track down this Venom 10,000 milliamp hour 2S lithium Lipo battery. Ended up that it was in the Power Wheels for the last couple months. I don't even know how long. I mean, the kids haven't driven this. And you can see the leaves there, and this was on its side, just kind of tucked away in the backyard. Got cobwebs on it all over the place, but I'm glad to have found that battery pack back. I didn't know where it had gone, and we have so many batteries around here, but always good to find like a $5 bill in your pocket. I kind of rigged up a quick seat here. This is just like a gardening bag, Craftsman gardening bag, but just something to keep my butt from getting dirty from sitting on this. Took it for a quick spin in the backyard with me. I weigh 196 pounds, probably 200 pounds, fully, with shoes and everything. And that dog next door does not like it when I talk, apparently. But what I noticed after taking it for a spin was that this is a Dean's connector connected to just charging lead. You could see that this was what was in the car, and for the last couple months I forgot to unplug it. But these wires, and this is, I can get a closer look here, but it's really, they were adequate when the kids were in it, but I clearly put a higher load on those motors there. I don't see a gauge here on the wires. These are probably like 12 gauge, 14 gauge, no, probably even higher than that, 16 gauge. They're pretty thin. Anyways, these wires started getting warm. The battery pack over there, the Venom 10,000 milliamp, this can crank out some serious amperage or wattage, however you want to calculate it. But these, look at the difference here. These are definitely thicker gauge wires coming out of the battery than these charging leads. And usually that isn't a problem because you're charging at a fixed rate coming out of your wall, and this is enough to handle that, usually out of your wall if you're plugging into AC there. But when you're trying to pull when motors are trying to pull current through those thin wires, you're going to have issues. So I wanted to try it on 3S, of course, because 2S was kind of slow, and then those wires were getting warm. So I wanted to throw in this 3S pack, but these are EC5 connectors, good for 100 amps or so a pole. But unfortunately, the only charging cable had even thinner wires than that Dean's connector charger cable that we were looking at before. Fortunately, I found something with a little thicker gauge wire here, and I can compare that Dean's connector. Let me go grab that so we can do it side by side. Because these charging cables are definitely thicker, and this does, so these are 14 gauge, the thicker ones, so this must be like a 16 gauge wire because it is thinner. So 14 gauge wires, I don't know how much current they can handle. You can look that, you can just Google that, but definitely thicker than what we were running there before when I was sitting on the Power Wheels. So we're gonna give this a shot. So this I've got, unfortunately I didn't have a direct to EC5, so I'm using this XT60 to EC5 adapter here. Let me see if there's a gauge written on this. It looks roughly about the same, so well, it says 700 or 70 degrees. Doesn't, nope, 200 degrees. Not seeing a gauge on this particular connector, but they look roughly about equal in thickness, so I'm going to say that that's probably 14 gauge as well. So we're going to hook this up to the 3S pack and take it for a spin. All right, so now these Power Wheels, you've got the shifter there that actually allows the car to be, or the motors to be driven in parallel or in series. So I'm going to put it in the slower mode there, which would be in series. Showing its age. Get replacements. They're you can find them online. $20 a pair or something like that, maybe 30. Yeah, last time I looked. But for me, spending that much money on a plastic tire when you can get one pretty. For less than that, I'm gonna give the car a break here and just see how hot the wires are after that little run. Let's see here. Actually, okay. Yeah, that thicker 14 gauge wire definitely handles the current better. Yeah, motors are just barely above room temperature to touch there, so it actually handles that 3S battery pack quite well. So anyways, yeah, these plastic wheels are definitely showing their age. Ooh, there's a spider now. No, it's not a spider. This one is cracking. Is it actually? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something with these wheels and tires if we decide to keep it. You know, unfortunately, due to the fact that those gearboxes are directly mounted to the wheels, makes just simply swapping out new wheels more difficult. I'll bring the car in and show you guys. If you ever get a chance, definitely check out Reinhard Plumbing Company's Wheels Mustang that they threw some sort of big gasoline motor into. Not sure if the camera's catching this. Let me just go forward a little bit. But yeah, these gearboxes are mounted directly to the wheels, so, and those gearboxes can't handle that much torque anyways. It's always that second gear that ends up stripping out. We had to actually replace that in ours. Actually, did we buy a whole new gearbox? I forgot. You guys can check out the previous video in this series. It's been a while, but check out that video to see what we did to get this Power Wheels back up and running. From here on out, not really sure what we're gonna do with this. You know, we did put a lot of effort into it, but sometimes you have to just consider that sunk cost, meaning you're not gonna recover it. So I don't know. I'm not sure if somebody else is gonna want to buy this. Probably just give it away for free for parts, or not sure. Or replace that wheel and I could put around on it on a 3S battery. So anyways, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.